Today we're going to be having a little look through all the things I've been making for my Arty Farty Hearties. Hello and welcome back to a kooky corner of YouTube, which is full of love. It's full of hearts, that's for sure. I just thought I'd take you through some of the things that I've been making for the Arty Farty Hearty challenge, which is on Annie Claxton's channel, Arty Farty Annie, and I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can go and check it out and see what everybody else has been making as well, because there are a lot of hearts flying backwards and forwards, not just in this country, but all over the world. So yeah, go and check it out. Anyway, I thought I'd take you through some of the things that I've been making. Now, you will know some of them you won't have seen before, and so I'm going to just go through them. So some of the first things I made were the felt ones, and these are the felty hearts that have had decoration added into them. So I've got a few of those, and I've still got a couple I want to make. I don't even need them all. I just want to make them now. At this stage, I'm obsessed with hearts. So these are a few of the ones that I made with lots of decoration on them. That's a pile of those. The next thing I went into were these little wooden hearts. Well, not so little, about 10 inches in its widest parts, basically. So I've got a fair few of those. They just need finishing up now, and they will be ready to roll. I've got a little owl one there poking out. We'll put him on top. Why not? Owls for the win. And then I did some fabric ones. I can't even get these together now. Come on, hearts, play the game. I did a couple. So I've got this one here, which is made from scraps from a bazaar packs that I got quite a while back now, but I thought I'd dig them out to do this little heart here. This probably just needs a few more finishing touches, then that one I'll be ready to roll. This one I did with Annie's, it was like a crazy patchwork tutorial, so if you want to have a look at see how that's done, pop over to Annie's channel and you'll be able to see all the hearts that she's made as well. So many different hearts that we've been making. Then so we've got two of those. I want to do a couple more material-y ones as well. There was this smaller heart because I had a small piece of felt and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to use that as well, and that's turned out quite nicely as well. So there's a little one there. Then I went into crocheted hearts. These got a little big, but I think they still just okay. And so they're like little hearty pillows. So a couple of my swappies might be getting these. Yeah, they're a little bit bigger than the, well, quite a fair bit bigger than the 10 centimetres, but you know, what's a few centimetres among friends. This one isn't my pattern. I will leave a link to where I got the pattern for these from. It's a free pattern. It's two separate patterns actually. There's one for the centre and then one for the outside, but I'll leave that in the description box below if you want to make some of your own little crocheted hearts like that. Or not so little, as the case may be. This was made with an Aran wool, and it was done on a small needle, but it still came up quite large. But I still think they're pretty cool. So that's those. Let's pop them over there. Then I went from one size to the next. So I've got a little crochet heart here that's it's just got a little bit of random stitching going on there. I thought I may make that into a keychain perhaps. So that might be a keychain in the end. So yeah, there's that one. Then last week you probably saw these wire hearts, which I am loving so much. I want to make some more. And I have got somebody who's asked me to make one for them. So it's going to be I'm going to be busy making some wire hearts, so I've got myself some more beads and I'm ready to go to make a few more of these. So when the sun's come out, just to shine on them, you can see how shiny they are. Look at that, look at that, look at them shine. And I don't know if you've seen Annie's latest mixed media hearts that she's been making. She did 2 lots. One of them was with some not water soluble materials, and one was using water soluble materials and other things in with it. And I was very inspired. So unfortunately, I was kind of in the camper van, so I couldn't really get going. I was desperate to make some of these mixed media hearts. So I devised myself a little way of doing it. And if you want to hold on for a second, I'll show you how I did it. Remember this guy that I printed out onto, it's like a canvas, an artist canvas, it's a printable one. And I thought, as this is so easy to stitch into, it would be a good idea to see if I could make some hearts. So what I did was, if you've got an iPad or something similar, there are a couple of programs that I use. One of them is Procreate, which is a paid-for app. But the other one is Fresco. Now, Adobe Fresco is free to use, and you can freely download it and use it. There are certain things that you can pay extra for if you want to, but for what I'm going to show you, you only need the free version. So basically what I did was, I just went onto the program and had a blast at just painting an A4 sheet. So you set yourself up an A4 template because it gives you templates to choose from. So I picked A4 to match with the size of my canvas. And then what I did was I printed out, I did all the fun stuff where you add all the layers in. Now, you can either do this all on one layer. I don't know if you know much about digital art or not. If you do, I'm probably teaching my granny to suck eggs. But you can either do it all on one layer, or you could do it as layers, so that if you find you do something you didn't like it, you could just cancel that layer off and you're back to square one, which is great. So if you make a mistake, or if you think you've made a mistake, or you don't like what you're doing, then you can just start again. Anyway, here's a little, very, very little 17-second video of how my layers went together to create my hearts. And I'll show you that now. And so that's really simple. Then you just send that to print. So you really need a printer. Mine's just an inkjet. It's just a simple HP inkjet printer. But what I did do was, when I put my printable canvas in, I check that I'm making sure that it's showing the right kind of paper that I'm putting in, because it tells you can either put plain paper in or you could put glossy paper in, and mine was a specialised matte paper, which is what I put in for mine. I also put the print quality to best. So these are 2 different things that I did in order to get a really good print from what I'd done on my A4 sheet. Sent that to print out, printed out beautifully, and I got an A4 sheet to make some hearts from, which I did. So this is my prototype one. I'm going to play around with this a little bit because I can actually see this with some beads and sequins and all kinds of things on. But can you see? Can you see? Sun's playing around on the table at the minute. Let me take you in just a little bit closer. I've even got Arty Farty Hearts on there. But I wrote that on with a Posca pen afterwards. So you can go back in like I did with this guy here. And I've added some glitz and things on. You can do that with this quite easily. You can add some stitching into it if you want to, which you could go around some of these parts that you've drawn on. So that'd be a very easy thing to do. This is really easy to stitch through. And because it's just a layer of ink and not lots of different layers of paint and things, I mean, it's still fairly easy to stitch through that as well, but it's easier even more with the printed canvas. So this is what I'm going to be playing with for a little while now, because I kind of got obsessed with these. I've even added my fluorescent blanket stitch around the edge, and that's just kind of squishy. It's really nice to hold, actually. It's like, you know, one of the squishies. It's kind of nice just to hold in your hand and squish around a bit. And I'm going to, yeah, play with this. So they come out like that. That's two flatter ones. Let me move this one up so you can see. So they're really beautiful, vibrant colours that come out. And you can play with the colour as well in either of those two programs. I couldn't possibly tell you the major details of how to use the programs. Basically, you just go in and play. And that's what I did with these. I sometimes use it for a little bit of digital artwork. And I know vaguely how to use it, but I wouldn't even dream of trying to explain to you how to use it. But with these, it's just a case of opening a blank page and just going to heck with all the colours. You could just go crazy, changing the colours, changing the brushes, different kinds of things. You could add some text in if you wanted to. I'm going to play with these because I'm really obsessed with how they turned out. So once you've printed them off, you can then go back in, you can add in some Posca letters like I did with this one where I put Hearts Forever on it, and then on the other side we've got Arty Farty Hearts. And you can get, how many did I get out of this? I think I got 5 of these size hearts out of it. So I've got enough to make 2. And then I had another one spare, which has gone off somewhere, disappeared. Here it is. So I got 5 of the big ones, and then you have some scraps left over in which you can cut out the tinier hearts. You could make cards or tags or whatever you wanted with those, because they're still quite pretty even as a small size. So that's how I did that. I know a few people have asked me the question of how the process went to do that, and that's basically it. It's really that easy. I do love playing with mixed media, and I would love to have a go at some of the ones that Annie made as well, like, you know, the ones that she made on her channel. So I'll be having a little go at that. But because I was confined to that, well, I wasn't kind of just no art supplies. That would be crazy. But nothing that I wanted to work on for these, which is all my acrylic paints and things. So that, just having a little play around on my iPad was the easiest way I could think of having a go. So I did. So I'm going to be playing with those a little bit further on down the line as well. The other thing I've been playing around with is some heart collages. Now I'm thinking that I might send out some of these to my swappies or swapsters. So you might even get a little piece of artwork as well. And these are, if you remember a while back I showed you how to do the alcohol ink on foil. Well, that's that. So if you want to go and check that out, have a look through my playlist and you'll find the alcohol ink on foil video that will take you through how to make these. And I've just been storing them up for a good occasion, and it seemed as good an occasion as any other. So I've got quite a few here. I've got a few more as well that need to be mounted and put on cards. So that's like a half and half one. Again, half and half, a bit more collage going on there. And then these ones, which are in the plastic bags to keep them nice and safe. So I've done quite a few of these. And as I say, I've got quite a few more That's not one. I've got quite a few more still that I want to mount up and put on cards. These are great, even if you're not doing the swap, you know, just a nice card to send to someone. And I've spent quite a bit of time on these, obviously, because I've got lots of painted papers that I've used. These are all my own painted papers in the background that I have used in these. Some rubber stamping going on there as well. And obviously some more of that glitzy heart stuff in there. So yeah, I've been busy with hearts. It's the art of the heart. And that's what I've been up to this past couple of weeks since the Arty Farty Hearty creation started kicking into force. So I've got still quite a few more that I want to do. I've got some little ideas in my head as well about doing some more of these with some little keychains on. And you see, this was my prototype. This is the first one I made. But again, I've got a pattern for this. It's a free pattern. I'll put the link to that one in the description box below. So check that one out if you're interested in those. So quite a little bit to look at there. Quite a lot to process. And yeah, you might, if you're one of my swapsters, you might find you've got some of these in your package when they arrive. When that will be, I don't know. It's obviously got to be before the end of June because that's when the deadline is. So if you're wanting to take part, there's still chance for you to take part in the Arty Farty Hearty swap. Pop on over to Annie Claxton's channel, again link in the description box below, and you will be able to find out all the details of how you can join in swapping hearts with people. And you can do your own art of the heart, or heart of the art, or art of the heart, or Arty Farty hearts. Anyway, that's enough from me. I will be back here very, very soon with something else. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a real lot to me. And also, if you're feeling in the mood, come and join us over on the Facebook group. We have a lot of things going on there also. So come and join us. Bye for now.